It all rests on this one putt. No, no, no.
The latest Mario Golf game, Super Rush, is pretty great. After all, it has Ninji as a playable character, so it already gets my approval. However, there's just a few lingering things I want to discuss, especially seeing how, as of time of recording, the game's been out for a little while now. It's done its series of free updates. Super Rush is a great game, but I definitely think with recent franchise comparisons in mind, it's worth taking a critical look at Super Rush, and theorizing just where the franchise could go from here. Alright, Super Rush is another Camelot Mario Sports game developed for Switch, and in that regard, it does a lot of things very right and feels like the best entry in terms of gameplay mechanics and product direction. Super Rush has new unique character special shots, there's Battle Golf, which, by the way, is the madness you think it will be, and it's got some other modes that are mixed in quality. Target Golf is very entertaining and made for a fun challenge mode. One-on-one putt is aggravatingly challenging to complete, but still its own kind of fun. Speed Golf is an upgraded Speed Golf from previous games with new maps, movement, and attack mechanics. And it has Golf Adventure, which, well, we'll discuss. If it's a symbol for you to buy a full-price game just so you can play some Mario Golf, you'll enjoy Super Rush for sure. But let's say you need a bit more convincing to pay that hefty fee. This is where things might get difficult. Super Rush does have Golf Adventure to play, a single-player campaign where you play as a Mii. A Mii. Wonder if this was a Wii U game at one point. Mindless speculation. But yeah, it's not just Mario completing the story like in Tennis Aces, it's a Mii this time, much like the 3DS Mario Sports games. You start at this golfing academy, get housed with Boo, Chargin' Chuck, and others, all under the watchful landlord Birdo, and navigate several environments completing various golf challenges. While initially this mode is fun, it's ultimately kind of boring, with a pretty lame story and absolutely no send-off once it's complete. It just kinda ends. Now, listen, this mode is still decent, but there's so much needless tedium, like all of this walking around and unnecessarily long dialogue prompts that make it all feel kinda drab. I call the story mode in Aces mediocre, but this is true mediocrity. Now, that being said, I still really enjoy the gameplay. Mario Golf's core gameplay, no matter if the power meter is vertical or horizontal like in previous games, is still wicked fun and addicting. It's all about lining up and timing your shots, knowing the input commands, and adjusting for wind and hazards. And the core gameplay that we've seen since NES Open Tournament Golf and the original Mario Golf games hasn't aged a day. But eventually, we need more than just that, right? Sure, there's new modes to try out, but those modes, at least in my opinion, don't hold their value for a terribly long time. There's new environments that are entertaining, like New Donk City, but beyond that, the 18-hole courses actually feel like they have less personality to them than in previous games. Comparing it to Mario Golf World Tour on 3DS makes this discrepancy highly apparent. That game has a variety of colorful and fantastical levels that really feel right out of the Mario game universe. This game has environments that feel lifeless aside from some Mario window dressing. Sure, it's more close to the realism of golf, but this is Mario Golf, not the PGA Tour. I understand previous Mario Golf games also had courses that were closer to more realistic environments, but they all mostly ramp up into having Mushroom Kingdom themed courses. And again, this one does, but only after a while of playing. Even the story mode environments, while they're aesthetically pleasing, are lacking a sense of personality to them. None of these character models or dialogue options particularly stands out. Some Koopas that know secret techniques are in robes, And that's it. Everyone else looks like they were taken straight out of the mainline games and had no alterations made to their character models. It's boring, and it doesn't make me want to talk to everyone that's available to talk to, even though I'm sure many dialogue threads have useful tips or funny jokes within them. Looking online, I have enjoyed what I've played, though, much like Mario Tennis Aces, there could be so much more done here. Every month you can play to earn new character outfits and raise your rank, which, yes, having a medal rank is better off than the letter grade ranks from Aces, but it's nothing super compelling. The gameplay is solid online in either mode that you might choose, but it's short. You only get so many holes to play with people before you're done, and your score is totaled into your player information. Finding new games isn't difficult per se, but it's not the most active online community, and it also doesn't have the most active competitive scene either, just further de-incentivizing motivation to return for more golf. It would have been better to have more modes available online to compete, but at the end of the day, they wanted to keep it simple and streamlined, so I can't really blame Camelot or Nintendo for that. Is it wrong to want more from a fully priced Mario Sports game? Am I unjustifiably complaining? I don't think so. It doesn't take much work to go to previous Mario Golf games and see that there's more on offer there. I get that Nintendo landed a slam dunk with the Switch, but that doesn't justify them releasing 6 to 7 out of 10 games and charging a premium for them. That isn't necessarily to say that older Mario Sports games don't also have flaws, every game does, but each new game, especially if they want us to pay through the nose for them, should be raising the franchise standard, not meeting it, or dare I say, lowering it. It doesn't have the breadth of modes that the GameCube release, Mario Tennis Toadstool Tour, has.
Okay guys, sorry, I did mean to say golf there instead of tennis. I'm really sorry. Please find it somewhere in your heart to forgive me. I made a boo-boo in the script and I read it and I'm just sorry, please. I'm so sorry. One day I will be forgiven, I promise. I need time. I need time to recover and rethink everything.
And it doesn't have the unique story mode RPG that Mario Golf Advance Tour for Game Boy Advance has. It just settles on being quote-unquote fine enough. And maybe for some, that's alright, but for me, who wants more incentive to return to the game, it just doesn't do quite enough.
Nice bird!
Paying a full price for this game is astonishing to me. Sure, if you like Mario Golf, you might think it's worth it, but for me, I needed to wait for a drastic sale before I grabbed it. And even then, I wasn't completely over the moon about it once I wrapped up all I wanted to. Super Rush is fine, it's good, but I couldn't help but want more. I'd wait for a sale before picking this one up. It's definitely entertaining. Modes like Battle Golf more than make up for local multiplayer fun, but ultimately, I'm just not rushing to play another round.